So let's go ahead and get warmed up here a little bit. Now, I know my videos and my lifts have been focused on deadlift and bench over the past, I think this is week 4. Or maybe week 3, but the end of week 3, so the 4th session. And so while I have been going through the strength phase on the bench, working those AMRAP sets, going up 10 pounds every week, I feel like my chest and shoulders have gotten thicker. So some people have been like, hey, you look more jacked. I don't know that I'm more jacked necessarily, but I think I do notice some extra thickness through my chest and shoulders with focusing on strength phase of bench over the past few weeks. And then also, those of you who checked out the building or watched the gym update from the last live session know that we have that building under contract. We're supposed to close November 30th, but we have to have a lease in place so that we have income immediately after we buy when we buy the building. So we won't move our gym in there anytime in the immediate future. We'll lease it out to someone else as we save money over the next few years. All right, so that was 225. Normally this is where the dark plates would go on, but with that one being broken, we are going to go straight to the deep dish plates to get us to 315. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm talking too much and messing myself up. I have all these facing out. This doesn't really matter at all. It's just how I usually put my plates on and keeping them all going in the same direction. And talking during my live stream gets me all confused, I guess. So let's try that and see what happens. I think that's might be better. All right, let's go ahead and give this 315 will pull real quick. And then I've kind of thought through my jumps for today, but I'll talk them over in just a second. All right, so now we gotta add the bumper plate because of the broken iron plate, like we said before. There we go. Okay. And then also at 405 is when I start putting on a belt. So we will belt up here. For 405. Whew. Looks like somebody just came in. Welcome. This is probably my first working single. Let's see who it is. There's a serious lag today between the live stream and the chat. But again, you guys know usually when I'm doing my Olympic lifting or not going for every singles on squat, bench, deadlift, I have the Clarksville Barbell Club weightlifting belt for sale at clarksvillebarbellclub.com. When I do my heavy singles on squat and deadlift, I prefer the Spud Inc. 3-ply deadlift belt. Lower back is feeling a little tired, actually, today. So, I don't know what that's about, but we'll go ahead and hit this 405 real quick. Honestly, that felt really heavy off the ground, man. Whew. So now that we've hit 405, we're gonna go, here are what our attempts are gonna be. 425, 450, 475. 425, 450, 475. And I gotta tell you, as slow as 405 just moved, it is it is not looking good. But we will see. Sometimes we are pleasantly surprised in outcomes, and sometimes we are extremely disappointed. Let's see what today ends up being. And so this is week 4. I think I already said this, but this is week 4 of me hitting a progressively heavier single every single week. And my deadlift PR over 40, I'm 42 this year, but my over 40 PR is 485 pounds. So we are working up to like 99% of that over 40 years old PR today to see if we can hit it. If we don't hit 475 today, we hit 465 last week. 460 the week prior, 450 the week before that. We're leaping past 470 straight to 475 this week. And then we will deload deadlift for a week if we miss 475 today. And they move pretty slowly. That 405, we'll see how it keeps going. But 405 was pretty slow, and my back feels exhausted when I don't think it should. Oh, I did not like that setup. There we go. Man, I'm being a complainer today. Actually, 425 moved better for me than 405 did. Back, still, lower back is still not feeling like it feels like it's already exhausted. Which kind of indicates that it is time for a deload for deadlift. So what did I say we were doing next? 450. All right. 10 more pounds. And my 2.5s. I'm going to need these croc lock collars. I did a video of them a while back. Croc lock collars. I believe I got them from, I honestly don't remember where I got them from. The video will say, if you look up croc lock collars, they're a little expensive. I think they were like $45, and depending on what you want them for, these could be good collars, but there's a lot of slop. It doesn't keep the weights very tight. But it fits a standard, and it's rubber, so it opens wider to go around a thicker diameter collar, sleeve. Oh, my words start escaping me. Sleeve. So it fits a standard, and then there's like an axle bar sleeves that this can go around as well. But for like squat bench, it's cool, and you can cinch it down as tight as you can get it. It is all rubber, so it's indestructible. I used to use these sometimes on bench press or squat, but if you have a lot of weight on the bar, there's a lot of flex, and the weights shift, these do not control the slop as much as like the Rogue aluminum style collars. This is the Oso Mighty, it's like the little one. And then there's the Rogue USA aluminum collar, which I think is like the absolute best for that. That's like under, I think it's like $50, $60, I don't remember. But these are indestructible, so they double as like weight stops for me, just because it's just rubber and Velcro. kind of a genius design, but it doesn't cinch down enough, I don't think. Maybe if there was some kind of mechanism that really cinched it down, locked it in place, it would be better. Or maybe if the rubber was grippier, I don't know. And they're not as quick to get on and off. All right. That was a lot of talking because I'm trying to stall so I can rest for this 450. Come on. Come on, Brad. Don't poop yourself. That's the one thing I really don't want to do during a live stream, like poop myself. That's it. That's all I ask is please don't let me poop myself on a live stream. And I'll be happy. I don't care if I hit this, miss it, doesn't matter. Just please, please, don't poop yourself. That's all I'm asking. All right. 450. Still moving pretty good, but it felt heavy. That felt really heavy. And my belt is bothering me. I pulled it up. I was wearing it a little higher on those last two lifts because it just, on the previous setup when I said I didn't like it, I went down and it did something to my hip bone. Now my hip bone is hurting because of my belt. So I've changed the position that I normally wear my belt in going into these heavier lifts. And it is not good to change up your technique or what you do in your setup when you're attempting max effort work. It's okay to change up stuff when you're working hypertrophy and strength to sort of retrain your body to pull or push in with specific mechanics. But when you've been training specific setup and technique, you definitely don't want to change something on the day of the meet, right? You don't want to change something when you're going for your max effort pulls. And on the last two pulls, I had a different belt position. So now I have to decide whether or not, I see you, bro, was on the TV, so I could not comment. You are working heavy, looking lean. Thanks, Rev. Reverend Terminator. Whew. This is an impromptu. I didn't schedule it or tell anybody it was going to happen. I thought my 16-year-old was going to go to the gym this morning, but he ended up not getting up in time. He has a weightlifting meet, Olympic weightlifting meet coming up at the end of this month. Well, October 22nd. I mean, it's only a couple of weeks away. And so he has the gym on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday evening, and Saturday morning. but he didn't get up, like I said, this morning. So I decided to come down and do my pulls for the week. Yep, I got you on the laptop also now. Crushing the camo shorts. Yeah, you know it. I need to get my tights back on when once I go back to clean and jerk and snatch. I'll probably start wearing my tights again. For deadlift, I just prefer not to have anything on my legs. Oh, look at that! A teardrop, baby! It's funny when I'll be walking around and I'll glance over or I'm doing something and then it's like, oh, where'd that come from? Crushing the camo, draft a man from Tennessee overseas to the trenches in the war. Rifle, faith. Join the ranks as a private. Wow, look at that. Yep. Let me see that. Let me get those. Wait, I don't even think my calves are in frame. I was talking about that earlier. I don't know if you were on then, Rev. People are saying I'm looking leaner, but I've already started my winter bulk, and I'm probably about 10 pounds heavier right now than I was in Florida. And I'm still stalling for this last pull. I need to take another breather. Let me sit down for just a sec. Get on my throne, start preaching. Took the boys to, I probably already told you this actually, and some people know, it's Hayden's 16th birthday this month, and I took him, his favorite metal band is Sabaton, which is a Swedish metal band. Look them up. They have a lot of historical war-based music, World War One. They've got a lot of songs about World War One, and they kind of mourn the loss of life during war, while at the same time praising the men and women who are brave enough to fight for what they believe in, kind of thing, and support the men and women around them. But we went to Sabaton concert, Nashville, Tennessee, the Ryman. That place was packed, and the opening act was a Dutch metal band called Epica, and I'd never heard of Epica, but they were great. Their male vocals are like that death metal, oh, they talk like this, you're gonna be heavy metal, kind of gruff, but their lead singer is a female with this beautiful high alto, soprano, whatever that highest register is, and like opera level beautiful voice. And so check them out. Go look up, I think the song that everybody really knew was called Forever and Ever by Epica. But look at them on YouTube. Epica, Sabaton, check them out if you've never heard of them. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, they were awesome. The boys loved it. Whew. All right, let's try this 475 real quick. 405 moved really slowly. 425 moved pretty good. 450 felt super heavy. And once again, my max, my PR, personal record over 40 years old is 485. This is 475. 99.9% of that. So, and I've been screwing with my belt. Now, enough excuses. Let's see if we can pick this up. Man, belt is. All right, here we go. Okay. Don't matter. You pull the freaking weight. 475. And honestly, I think that moved better than the 450. I know a lot of people do a lot of things to psych themselves up for a big lift. Like they might like try to anger themselves or walk back and forth, slap themselves, scream, yell. I like to think of it as another day at the office. You go in, you put in the work, you do the best job you possibly can, and if you miss a lift, you've learned something. You keep working and you hit it next time. Last week, we failed 470, didn't we? Did I attempt 470 last week or did I stop at 465? I can't remember, but I think we failed 470 last week. Fairly certain. And then we blew past 470 to 475 this week. But you know, I'm very mental, cerebral. I kind of talk through my process in my head, out loud on the camera, and then do the work. I mean, that's how I look at it. Go check out the video of the building that we're purchasing for the gym. I'm not going to push another lift today. I'm very happy with 475, and we're going to shoot for, I think we're going to go all the way to 485 next week. Next Saturday or Sunday, whatever day I jump on. So let me check the comments real quick one more time. Look at those defined quads. Everything is always on cam. Nice of you to take the boys. 405 in the house, 475 in the house. Yeah, hey, I really appreciate that, Rev. And for anybody who is on now and didn't see the rest, I think it takes like a few hours and then you'll be able to watch the replay. I'm going to chop out like I do normally. Tomorrow, I'll take the raw video, chop off the beginning and end, so you can wait for that one to come out. And then also I'll chop out just the 475 and post that as a quick like 2-minute video so you can see the heaviest lift. All right, guys, keep training and I'll see you in the next video.